Welcome. In this video, I will do limits of a rational function. So I will do these three limits of a rational functions. So let's get started. You can pause the video and try to do it on your side. So let's get started. So here is my first example. So when you are solving a limit of a rational function, what you have to aware of a rational function, it's a function of a fraction. So whenever you have a fraction, you want to make sure you are not dividing with 0. So here, if we can do a direct substitution as the one of the technique to solve a limit, if we can do a direct substitution, we can end up with a 0 on our denominator. So that is not what we want. So how can we solve this type of a problem? So as you can see here, I have 3x into x minus 2 minus 5 into x minus 2 divided by x minus 2. I'm already seeing that there is x minus 2 on which is multiplied by 3x, and there is x minus 2 which is multiplied by 5. So that's common on both, which is common. So I can come here and say a limit as x approaches 2 of, and then take out my common factor, which is x minus 2 here, then multiply by 3x minus 5. Then I can come divide by all divided by x minus 2. That's x minus 2 here. So now if you see this x minus 2 will cancel out, I will be left with a limit of x as x approaches 2 of 3x minus 5 only. So I can then perform a direct substitution by directly substitute x in 2 in place of x. So I can have 3 into 2 minus 5, and this will give me 6 minus 5, and that's equal to 1. So the limit for 3x into x minus 2 minus 5 into x minus 2 divided by x minus 2 as x approaches 2 is 1. So I hope you get it correctly on your side. So let's go for next example. So here I have this limit of x squared minus 5x plus 6. So as we all know, if you want to solve a quadratic, you have to open a 2 parentheses, and if we can perform a direct substitution here, we can end up with undefined, which is 3 minus 3 will give us 0. We end up dividing with 0. So what we have to do here, we have to factorize our numerator. So let's show it and say as we're approaching 3, so we have to open 2 parentheses in order to factorize. A quadratic. So I will have the factors of x squared, it's x and x, and then I will go to look at the last term, and my last term is 6 and my middle term is 5. So I will go to look for the factors of 6, which is 1 and 6, 2 and 3. So I see, then I go back to my term to look at my equation here and see, okay, my 6 has a positive sign, which means the factors must add and then get the middle term, so which means I will have a negative and negative here. So that when I'm saying negative 2 and negative 3, they will give me negative 5, which is our middle term here. So I'll have negative 2 and negative 3. Then I can then have my negative 3 negative is x minus 3 here. So if you see now, this will cancel out with this, and I will left with x minus 2. So my limit as x approaches 3 will be of x minus 2. I mean x minus 2. No, I'm passing this. So then I will get, then I can perform a direct substitution because I'm no longer dividing with 0 now. I will no longer be end up dividing with 0. So I can come here and substitute 3 in place of x, and I will get 1. So the limit for this is 1. So I hope you get it correctly on your side. Let's do my next example. So on my next example, I have a cubic function. So if you have something like this, a cubed minus b cubed, so how you solve this, you will have to take your a and b minus, and then you have to open a parenthesis, and then you will have the factors of a cubed. You already have a, so which which value that I can multiply by a and get a cubed, so it's a squared, and which value that I can multiply by minus b and get minus b cubed, it's positive b squared. So that is, so then you come on your bracket, and then you say a times b, you get ab, and then you change the sign. As you can see, it's a times negative b, then you get negative ab, you change that sign to positive ab. So this is how you solve a, this is how you can solve a, this is how you can solve a cubic expression. So this is how you solve a cubic expression. So let's go for this one here. We will have our limit, because if we do a direct substitution, we'll end up with 1 minus 1, and this will give us 0, and then we'll end up dividing this 0, and this is will give us undefined. So I will have my limit as x approaches 1 off, then I have to open my parentheses as I did there with a and b, and then I'll have x here and 1 there. Then I will have the factor of x cubed, which I can multiply by x and then get x cubed, it will be x squared, and the factor of 1, which I can multiply by minus 1 and get minus 1, it's positive 1. Then I come here and say negative x times negative 1, I get negative 1, then change that sign to positive x, I get x times negative 1, I get negative x, and then I change that sign to positive x, then I divide with x minus 1 here. If you see clearly now, this will cancel out with this one, and I will have a limit. I'll have a limit of x as x approaches 1 of x squared, and that's x squared, and x squared plus 1 plus x plus 1 as x approaches 0. So now we can directly substitute we can direct substitute 1 in place of x. We will have 1 squared plus 1 plus 1 here, then we get 1 squared is 1, 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. So this will be the answer for this limit here. So that was it, guys. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoy it. If you did, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment to my channel. Thank you. I'll see you on the next video.